Oh,
there is
geez.
room for you. There's always room for you.
There's no room at the end.
There's plenty of room. I cleared a space for you. Hello, everybody. Happy
Whatever
Wednesday.
day it is.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday, and we're in the store. We're at the storefront, and we're working on a project, so we decided we'd go live with you guys and show you how to distress some galvanized metal and make it look a little aged without, I don't know what, but just how to do it. I don't know what I'm withouting about, but we're going to show you how to do it with what to do it with. Hello, Miss Cheryl. Say hello once you guys get here. Tim is going to send out the text message.
I'm working on it.
He's working on it. He's working on it. He's going to send the text message and let everybody know that we are live, hanging out. Hello, Miss Janet. Hello, Miss Deborah from Arkansas. How are you today?
Arkansas.
Hello. Happy hump day, Deborah. Happy hump day. Hello, Miss Rita from Oregon. Happy Wednesday.
Arkansas Dave Rudaball?
I don't know.
Arkansas Dave Rudaball.
Vanessa Joy Hayes Conrad. Hello from Southwest Louisiana. I bet it's beautiful down there. I bet the weather is warmer down there than it is here. We're starting to get a little bit chillier. We've had some beautiful days, and the temperatures are starting to cool just a little bit. It's feeling a little bit more like fall today. Afternoon from Illinois. Hello, Miss Desiree. Hello, Ratita. And Miss Teresa. Hello. Hello, Miss Ruchek.
Rosita.
All right, you guys. So we have these letters that are going to go in the storefront. Okay, so we did some. This is going to be our checkout counter here, and Tim put some shiplap up for me across here, and we have these big old letters. Did I flip the camera? I did not. Let me flip the camera for you. Let me flip.
Oh, come on
Facebook. I did not flip it. So let me do that for you right now. There we go. There we go. Yes, okay. That's how I tell if it's the right way. I tip my head one way, and if it goes the other way, I know I've got it flipped.
How about
Good
you
afternoon,
look at the letters
Corby.
on your shirt?
I don't know. I could just look at the letters on my shirt. That would
That's
work
what I
too.
do.
But I'm just used to doing that because I don't always have letters on my shirt. Hello, Miss Sharon from Cleveland. We have these letters. These are some big old letters, okay? K for Christy. K, C, and then there's an R over there. These are cut out of galvanized metal. They're just too shiny and fresh and new looking, so we wanted to just dress them up and make them look a little.
You trying to kill me?
A little well
You
loved
almost
and
took
aged.
my dang head off with that thing. Watch, watch. You can see you're gonna take my head off here. Watch.
Did I? I did not come that close
Oh
to your
no,
head.
my arm.
First, I almost took his head off. Then I almost took his arm off. Okay.
Same
Can we
difference.
say dramatic? Can we say we're a little dramatic here? Y'all almost took my head off. It's kind of like the kids in the back of the car. She's breathing on me. Don't look at me.
Make her stop.
She's looking at me. She almost chopped my head off. Holly from Arizona. Hello, Jerry thank you, Jerry, for sprinkling. Robin says, cold morning, beautiful afternoon, 51 and sunny. I'm glad you got the sunshine. We don't have the sunshine here. It's
No,
a
it's a little
cloudy
chilly.
day here. We do not sell these. No, we do not sell these big old letters. I don't even know how we'd ship these things. That would be a task.
And be expensive.
That would be a challenge. But these are going to go in the store. So we are going to distress them up a little bit. And
Yeah, kind of, right there.
I kind of showed them that. I kind of showed them that. You were busy though, so you missed it. You were busy doing your job, working on getting all the text sent and all that good stuff. So these letters are not for sale. Everyone wants to buy my letters. Maybe someday we'll have big letters like this in the shop. Maybe, I don't know. Not right now. These are for the storefront. So when you walk in the front door, you're going to see our counter and you're going to see KCR for Christy's Craft Room. So we're distressing them.
KCR sure as heck doesn't mean Tim's Craft Room. What the heck?
I don't
What
know.
else is it gonna mean?
Somebody might be new and might not realize they're watching Christy's Craft Room. They might not realize. So I have a big old stencil brush, y'all. This is the big daddy of stencil brushes, okay? Big Papa stencil brush, okay? I don't know why I said that, but Big Papa ever get these, I'll have to call him Big Papa's stencil brush.
Susan said he was busy getting his head cut off.
He was busy getting his head cut off.
Yeah.
He was distracted with fear and didn't know what I was doing, right? Right? He was just guarding himself. We'll go with that. We'll let him have that, okay? We'll go with that. Thank you for sprinkling, Patty.
Yeah,
hello, Miss Karen. Hi, kids. Greetings from Chattanooga. Hello, Miss Janice. All right, so I'm getting a lot of it off, okay? Just dabbing it around on my plate. I'll probably need another one of these plates at some point. I only brought one, but I got more. Getting the bulk of it off, and then I'm just gonna go around. I'm gonna kind of mostly focus on the outside edges, because that's usually what wears and tears first and kind of gets rusty and dingy first, is the edges.
We do have some small block letters in the shop.
Thank you, Miss Corby. We do have small block letters that spell certain words.
Yeah.
I would like to at some point have like the whole alphabet of block letters that you can like pick and choose to spell what you want. We just haven't yet. We haven't gotten there yet. But that's something that I do want to get into.
We haven't got around to it yet, but we got the equipment to make one.
Yes. All right, we're gonna around to it. I'm backing this up just a little bit. Back it up, just so you can see the whole surface, okay?
Yes, Paula, the leaves burnt in about 20 minutes.
Yes, y'all, I know some of y'all were like, what are you doing? What is happening? Listen, y'all, it's very normal here. We do that here. And I know there are some, every city and town and
every city and township is a little bit different.
Has a little bit different rules of what they allow, what they don't allow. Like, Algonac, the city where our store is in, they don't allow you to burn leaves. You have to.
But they have a truck, a vacuum that comes by and.
Yes, you just rake them out to the edge of your road, and they come up and they and suck them up. It's pretty cool. My kids used to love to watch it because we used to live right in Algonac here, and but where we live, we're not technically in town, so where we live, they don't offer any service like that. So that's our only choice, is to mulch them, throw them out in the back field, or burn them. And there's too many to mulch.
We get what you saw yesterday.
That was our first, like,
that was like,
our leaves have really only been falling for really a couple days, significantly.
And that was maybe not even a third of what we get.
Yeah,
I can't just mulch them all and leave them all on the lawn.
No, because even if you mulch them, what happens is, I went a little heavy here, and I'm gonna kind of, once I had not so much on my brush, I'll come back and lighten that up a little bit, remove a little bit of it, but yeah, so we can't mulch them, so that's what we do. We burn leaves here. That's just the way it is. It's very normal. It's very common. I understand some areas you can't do it. Some areas you can't. It's not safe. Fortunately here, we've gotten enough rain to where it's not an issue. When we have dry seasons, they will sometimes put like a ban and say you can't do it for a certain period of time. And of course we follow that. So we were within all of our rules and regulations of what is and isn't allowed. So, but it's always fun. Some people don't like the smell, but I like the smell. I love when you're driving into town and that's all you smell is it's like cloudy.
Burning leaves.
You smell
Look
it.
down the road and it's like.
I'm trying not to say that. I'm trying not to say that word too much, because Facebook, if we say the B word too much, I know it's weird, but they think you're talking about something you're not, and they do weird things. So I know it's weird. So we're avoiding the B word. So, but yeah, it was fun. And then I tried to do a little sneak attack on Tim and run through his leaves. It kind of backfired on me a little bit. He got me. I don't know if you saw the video. I posted a little video last night, a little TikTok video to the page. I was gonna come running through and run through his pile of leaves and be all funny and cute, but then he turned his blower on me and and
I taught her a lesson.
He taught me a lesson. He blew all the leaves at me.
I gotta grab a chair.
And got me back. So yeah, there's that. Now you see it Is it hard to see for you guys? It might be a little bit hard. It's definitely darker over here, which I need to lighten that up just a little bit. Tim, can you grab, Tim? He can't hear me.
Grab what?
Can you grab, out of the, the craft studio room, some more paper plates? And some paper towel, please, 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 please. So I'm just using antique wax, guys. I'm just like dabbing it on, mostly around the edges. If you get too much, you can kind of like lighten it up. I got way too much over here. I'm gonna remove some of that and lighten that up because that was right where I started. I had a lot on my brush and it was just way too much. Hello, Miss Teresa, how are you? You guys are funny. Thanks, Veronica. Had a school, oh, that's terrible, Desiree. That's terrible. Sorry to hear that.
What?
It's, you have to read the comment. I can't read it out loud.
Oh.
Because that's another word that we can't use here because they think you're talking about other things and you just can't use the words. You can't use the words.
Oh.
You gotta be careful of the words that you use. So this, by distressing this, it's gonna help it kind of pop from the wall. Because if you put the galvanized metal right on top, you can kind of, I mean, it looks okay, but by adding a little bit of darkness around the edges, it's gonna help it pop even more from the wall. Plus, I feel like it's more like my style is.
I didn't hear about that.
I didn't hear about it either, but you guys, we've been living under a rock a little bit around here. We've been living under a rock.
Well, no,
I haven't caught the news.
While I'm in the shop, I usually have my earbuds in with some news going.
Okay, I live under a rock. Tim, sometimes Tim peeks out from under the rock and finds out what's happening in the world. I tend to live in a rock. Unless it's something major and it like ends up all over everything everywhere, I usually, sad to say, but I miss it. Okay, so I got a little bit too much on this edge here. I am going to, I don't know, let me hold it up and see. Maybe that's good that I got it so dark. Let's see. I'm gonna hold it here. I'm gonna put it there. Ooh, my C is running away. All right, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Let me see.
Not with the...
It's a little bit too dark, I think, just in that one spot.
I don't think so.
Tim says he doesn't think so. I guess it's okay. It's good to not be perfectly uniform all the way around. You want some spots a little bit darker, some spots a little bit lighter.
You know what?
You think it's okay? You think it's good?
Yeah.
Leave it?
I think so.
Okay, we're going to leave it. Tim says leave it. See, you don't say I never listened to you.
But I think when we get the standoffs in there,
All right,
I think we need to get some lights to go behind them.
we're not doing standoffs. We decided
Oh,
we were
that's
not.
right.
So this was our not a debate, but our discussion of what we thought would be really cool. We thought it would be really cool to raise these out away from, like put some spacers in there so they're not flat against the white shiplap. The problem is, The problem is, I'm just gonna put that there. I'm looking in the wrong spot.
Curses.
The problem. Oh, did I just bend the corner? I hope not.
I got a hammer right here. We can
The
fix
problem is if we have it raised out and people are standing there paying for their purchases, their purses might catch on it, their jackets might catch on it. So we figured it needs to be flush against. It can't be raised out. So
that's right.
So we decided it would go flush against the wall, but it would be really cool to have it raised out. But on our signage for the front of the building, it's going to be raised out.
Hey, Missy.
And we might add some lights behind it. And that's Austin's idea. Austin's like, ooh, some nice LED lights. And I'm like, ooh, LED lights behind the letters. And he's like, ooh. And Tim's just looking at us both like.
And then I just saw it sitting up there and I'm like, that would be kind of cool.
And then he's like, oh yeah, that would be cool. So he comes
around.
around.
I wonder if we make do a frame.
But I wonder if only I came up with the idea, if he would have thought it was so cool. If it wasn't for Austin bringing it up, it wouldn't have been a cool idea. You all know how that is. You bring up a good idea and your husband or your wife, doesn't think it's such a great idea, but then their buddy brings it up or somebody else brings it up and suddenly it's a fabulous idea.
I think if we put a frame around it though,
okay,
we can light it.
If we put a frame around it, we could backlight it.
Yeah.
But you would still be catching. I think we backlight the storefront sign on the front of the building, but not this one. It would look cool backlit, but I think having it raised out, this isn't super, super thick metal, and I'm afraid the corners would get bent, it would just get messed up, and it wouldn't look nice over time. That's my fear. That's my fear. So you all tell us what you think. Like, tell us your thoughts. Some of y'all, I know there's somebody out there that's been like a sign maker or something.
Missy, was that on Facebook or on YouTube?
What?
Said it made her watch a commercial first.
It was probably Facebook or YouTube.
That's what I asked.
Yeah, no, I'm confirming what you asked because that is a good question. That is a good question because Facebook took away our ability to, if they're putting we usually just make a couple pennies off of like ads like that. Like they do like place ads on our videos and it's called being monetized and you get pennies for it.
Missy said on FB.
Yeah, well, good old FB is still like putting ads on our videos, but we get no cut of it. They took all of our abilities for that away because I was using their music in my reels that apparently you're not allowed to do, but it's their music that they gave me to use. I don't know, y'all, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Tom Krista says same thing. Debbie says FB commercial if you come on later.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Is your C backwards on the table? No. No, that's right.
This is the top. This is the top. So I guess it depends which side you think is the top. This is the top.
Or
it has
which
the
angle,
little bloop and then around.
who you're watching through.
Yes, what angle are you seeing us in? That would be the question. That would be the question. So we have metal coming today, guys. We got our metal coming. Our metal is coming. We had gotten enough to get us through. I kind of gave you guys that whole saga last week of what was going on with our metal situation.
And the metal company sent a very, very apologetic
did they?
email today.
Did they?
And thanking us for dealing with
The current company that we're using?
Yes.
With the one that was supposed to be here and then got delayed?
Yes.
That was very nice.
They sent a very apologetic email today.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, we had a little bit of stress behind the scenes last week of what was going to happen because our metal delivery got delayed.
Cheryl.
We were a little worried about how that was going to play out, but it's being picked up as we speak. As we speak, our driver is going to pick it up, which is my dad.
Our driver.
Our driver is on his way to pick up our load of metal.
The first email that they sent me today was, Tim, your metal's here. You can come and pick it up whenever you're ready.
Sorry, you can't see very much what I'm doing over here. Sorry.
And I told him, I'm like, yep. I said, I got that email the other day. I said, my driver's on his way now to go pick it up.
Our driver will be there soon. Yeah.
So, and then he sent me an email back and he's like, thank you for being very patient during this. And, we hope in the future that, we can have this worked out a little bit differently.
Listen, it's, things happen.
But they were pretty cool about it.
They don't get a lot of orders for this type of metal, I don't think. It's a very unique process. It's very unique that, I hear it's raining. It's very unique what we do and the type of metal that we get. So I don't think they deal with it a lot, so they don't always have a lot on hand. And every time we've ordered more from them. So our orders have been getting bigger and bigger for them. So they're just adjusting to that. And, but now they have a better understanding of what we do and that we need it and we're going to continue to need it. So they're putting more things into place to make sure that we can get it.
Kathy, send us a private message. That's the best way to get in touch with us, not through email, okay?
Yeah, send us a private message. If you send us a private message, yeah, we'll get in there and we'll check it. And we'll help you with whatever was going on with it. Definitely. Austin's actually said he's gonna watch for your message. So if you send a message right now, Austin's gonna watch for it and he's gonna try to help you out right now. So if you wanna shoot us a message real quick, he'll get you taken care of. Thank you, Austin. Austin's the best. Yeah. Cody's the best, Jaden's the best. We've got, you guys, we have an awesome team here with us. They are the best.
You're already on mute?
Well, they bounce all over the place.
Actually, so I have one U left, one Z, one B, and then like 20 W's.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. All right. Ooh, I got a little dark there, but that's okay. We got a little bit of dark spots on our K. We want some similar dark spots on our C as well. So
I do have, Missy, I do have a pair of knee pads.
He just wasn't using them.
Yeah.
He has them.
I have them. I have 2 pairs of,
Honestly, he probably has more than 2 pair altogether sitting around in the garage.
No, I have 2.
You just have 2?
I only have 2. They're the gel ones.
Oh, okay.
I threw all the other ones away as soon as I bought a pair of gels.
He used to have more, because I know he did. I'd see them floating
did.
around. All right, guys. I think I'm trying to do it so it's not too like splotchy, like spotty. Did you get any names yet? Have we gotten any names?
No.
We need to get some names for our crafty mail bucket, y'all.
I haven't.
It's getting close to the end of the month. We got to fill that bucket up so we can get some names pulled.
So get ready, guys. I'm gonna grab some here in a minute.
All right, let me get this top part just a little bit more.
My knees hurt a little bit. Not as much. What really hurts is my gluteus maximus.
I thought you were gonna say your shoulder. You've been complaining about your shoulder.
Well,
All right, let me hold this up next to that
both
one.
my shoulders
that
are
looks-
killing
what do you
me.
think? Is it too uniform? You think it's good? You think it's good?
I think it's.
We are gonna come back and add one more step to it, okay? Can you guys see it? I know it's hard to see in the screen. But we have one more step that we're gonna add. I'm gonna lay this one flat up here though, because it does not like to stand very well. And then we gotta do our R. Got to do our R.
I've got to take my computer in. I can't deal with this one.
Tim did a boo-boo with his computer.
Okay, we have Missy Hubbard, Julie Reslanik, Kathy Cole, Becca Maggie, Susan Koch Tissith, Desiree Hendricks, I hate this computer, Debbie Emile, Janet Idziak, Tammy Ruchek, Jan Goodyear, Sue Downing, and Tammy Taylor.
So Tim did a thing.
I did a bad thing.
He put his computer in his backpack, and then he threw his backpack on his back.
I didn't zip my backpack.
And guess where his computer ended up? Guess where it ended up?
Upside down on the concrete.
And now it's doing all kinds of weird, crazy things. The screen's jumping all over the place. It's doing all kinds of weird things. So now he's using a different computer that he don't like. He doesn't like it. Is that just a thing, like you guys, I don't know, is this everybody thing or is it just a me thing? For the life of me, I'm so used to my laptop and the way where my keys are and the feel of my keys and all the things that when I get on somebody else's computer, I am so thrown off. Like I can't type for the life. I can't type good anyways. Like I won't say a 1-finger typer. I'm like a 3-finger typer. Like I'm kind of like getting a little faster, a little more efficient the more I use it. But I'm definitely not. I don't type the proper way. Okay. I got kicked out of typing class in 6th grade for chewing bubble gum. So I never properly learned how to type. Okay, computers was not, there was just becoming a thing when I was in middle school and high school, okay? So it was an elective type class. It wasn't even really a required class. So I never really learned because I got kicked out because it was a big no-no to have bubble gum in the computer lab. And if you had bubble gum in the computer lab, you got kicked out for the rest of the 6 weeks that we were learning computers. So I had to go sit in the office every single day while they were learning computers because I got caught chewing gum one time in the computer lab. Because apparently if that gum falls out of your mouth, it's just gonna suck into those keys and the keys will be locked forever and it'll destroy the whole computer system and the school will have no more computers. That's how serious they made it out to be. So yeah. But But at this point in my life, it would have been nice to like have properly learned how to type. I'm like, that was a little extreme, I think. I mean, follow the rules. It was after lunch and I forgot and we went there straight from lunch and I still had my gum in my mouth. I wasn't an intentional rule breaker. It just kind of happened. Sometimes it just happens. And
You were in what grade?
6th grade, 8th grade. 8th grade, sorry. 8th grade. I should have known better. But do you like think about having gum in your mouth? You don't think about it. It was
In
after lunch.
In 8th grade, girl chewing gum? No.
I know, right? Now there's teachers that are like, I had a couple teachers in school that were like,
Here, you
chew
need
some gum. Chew some gum. It like helps you like think better and it helps you.
Your breath stinks.
Oh.
Chew some gum.
Especially in 8th grade, you got all them stinky 6th to 8th grade, probably 5th grade it kind of starts. Yes, I think they should hand out sticks of deodorant. That's what they needed to hand out back then. I remember those boys smelling. Some of the girls too, but you know, we'll just blame it on the boys. It's I don't
Oh, Pam, it would be nice if we could get away with those ones. She says Target has laptops on sale for $99 this week.
Yeah, that is a really good deal, but ours require a lot of heavy lifting.
With everything that we do with ours.
Our programs, we have to have a little bit more juice in the caboose.
I know, it'd be nice though.
It would be. Now, our old machines, we used to be able to run on basic computers.
80s and girls, come on.
I know,
Gum
right?
was essential.
Exactly. My
All I
teacher
remember
didn't think so,
is
though.
there was this one girl,
Who was 8th grade?
Tammy Krumloff.
Tammy Krumloff. We have a
Tammy
Tammy Krumloff.
Krumloff.
You out there, girl?
No, she died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She died the year after graduation. She died in 1989.
I'm sorry. That's terrible.
Yeah,
That's actually
a head-on-
terrible.
It is horrible. It was a head-on collision.
Now I feel bad because I laughed. It's not funny.
Tammy would have laughed.
Okay.
She loved
We
to
still
joke.
remember you, Tammy. We're still remembering you.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and this was what,
Your memory is
35 years
You
ago?
must have left quite an impression on my man. He's still keeping your memory alive, girlfriend.
Her brother was one of my really good friends in high school too. And
Well, maybe her brother's here, and I doubt he's here, but maybe he's here, and it would make him happy to hear somebody remembering his sister.
Anyway, well, but she was
Can
one
you
of those.
see I'm digging out of the hole?
She's trying. She's trying anyway. But
trying.
she was one of those ones that would pop her gum. You know that.
Oh, where it's just constantly like the little bubbles in the mouth.
Yes. Irritating as all get out.
Yes.
Yes, we did cut the letters in the shop,
We did.
and no, they are not for sale.
No, I know. As soon as we popped on here, people were like, ooh, how much are the letters? Ooh, can we buy the letters? Sadly, no. Maybe someday in the future.
The shipping on these would be
Yeah.
just because, not because of the weight, but because of the size.
Yep. That is one fun thing with having the storefront is the possibility of being able to offer
Add
some
some stuff here.
larger items that could be picked up in store. Could be a potential option. So that's kind of a fun thing. Another fun thing, you guys, that we're gonna have in the store is, you remember like the little penny candy displays that you go and you'd like scoop out your candy and you'd just, maybe not more pay by the pound or pay by the ounce or pay by the, the weight or whatever. We're gonna have a little wood bead display that's gonna be like, by the scoop type of deal. It'll be by the ounce, but super, super fun. So I'm excited about that.
We're selling it by the ounce.
We're selling wood beads by the ounce in the store here. We'll probably have like pre-packaged for the website
Sandwich.
at some point, but
Really?
for in store we'll have like the little scoop and the little bins that you scoop them out of. It's so fun. Your computer just died. His computer just died, y'all. It just shut. Did the battery die?
No, it should not.
It says no. It shouldn't have.
My
It
God,
shouldn't
I
have.
hate this computer. No.
All right. So I'm just touching up a couple of spots here,
Are you done?
and then we're gonna come back
I got everything on that one.
with we're gonna come back with a little bit of white, and we're gonna add a little bit of like a splatter to it, just to kind of give it a little bit more, like it's been through a little bit more, okay? We want it to look like it's been through some living, through some life. People have been loving on it and wearing it out and draining it and, you know, all the things, you know, looking a little distressed, a little disheveled, well loved, whatever
Excuse me.
words you want to use, okay?
Ooh,
So let's see.
you guys just had an earthquake there.
There's the R. You can
Oh,
see
I
the
just want
edges
this-
are all distressed, so I want to
it's-
see them together.
This computer is not supposed to go to sleep.
They're not in order, and that's okay. Let's see, let's see. There's C. That's awesome. Okay, we're gonna bring our C back. We're gonna move this out of the way. I've messed up a couple little spots where I touched it with my fingers. Ideally, you would leave this sit and you wouldn't be picking it up and moving it around, but I was, and that's okay. All right, so now, take another paper plate. I've got a toothbrush and some water. We're gonna take some white paint. Thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie says, you and your team are amazing. We do have an amazing team. We really do. They're pretty awesome. All right, so I'm gonna take, I know Tim
Yes,
almost
Sandra.
knocked you down.
What? Oh, yeah, I knocked it. I caught my foot on one of the legs.
Wet toothbrush. I'm gonna get it in my paint here a little bit. We're gonna kind of loosen the paint up. We want the paint to be a little bit thinner. I've been having like a struggle with my splattering paint lately, and I don't know why. Well,
What the hand
think
sandwich?
I wasn't thinning out my paint. If you're gonna splatter with a toothbrush, you don't want it to be too thick. You want it to be kind of thin, okay? So we're thinning it out. I probably put way more paint on there than I needed. Computer shut off on him again, but that's okay. Tim, your face about selling by the ounce. Did you? Well, I'm sure y'all don't want to buy a pound of beads. I mean, a pound of wood beads would be an awful lot of wood beads. So we're going to be selling them by the ounce because that's what makes sense. You can buy small amounts, but if you want to buy a whole pound, you can buy a whole pound. The option would be there. You can buy as many ounces as you want, but you don't have to.
So,
Well, how else, if we don't sell them by the ounce and we don't sell them by the pound, what would we sell them by?
I don't know.
Okay, thank you. If you don't have a solution to the problem, don't make fun of the idea. Not
Okay.
that there's a problem. I don't think there's a problem.
No, why am I?
Cody and I had a full discussion about it, and we talked about it, and we worked through it all and came up with a game plan for how we're going to sell them by the ounce. And I love it. I love the idea because when we first started talking about having the storefront, I'm like, wouldn't it be so cute to have a little wood bead display and you can like scoop them and put them in a little bag and you can pick some of these and pick some of these and then just sell them, you know, by the weight, which I think would be so super cute and super fun. You could package them, but that's boring. Everybody packages their wood beads and sells them by the quantity. That's boring. I want to be more fun than that. I want it to be fun, a fun experience.
Okay, there we
All right,
go.
so I got my toothbrush. I've got it dipped in the white, and then I'm gonna splatter, okay?
Oh.
You can practice on your plate a little bit.
Yeah, Kathleen. Yeah, unfortunately, Chromebooks won't run all of our programs. Some of our programs are cloud-based, and some we have to download. So the Chromebooks don't work for all of the programs that we use.
I'm not like going over the whole thing. I'm kind of like splotching here and there. So let me move this. Let me wipe my fingers off. I'm gonna show you kind of what this looks like and hope you can see it.
Oops, sorry.
That would
all
be
over the
great. I
floor.
like different size beads. See?
Get ready, guys. I'm gonna grab some more names here in a minute.
So let me see. Can y'all see? See the little bit of white splatter on there? It's subtle. It's
Yes,
subtle.
we do have we do
it's
have
there.
several scales here.
So let me set this up here. Out of the way. Yes, we have scales. We have scales that go by the like 0.01 ounce, so we can get it very accurate. Very accurate.
All right. You're gonna sell M&Ms by the weight.
Ooh, right? That would be a good idea. We can maybe, yeah, that would be, I like that idea. M&Ms by the weight, I like that.
We're not set for food.
We are not set for food, but I do
We
have
can't
I do have a little gumball machine. I do have a gumball machine, and I'm so excited. to have a place to use our gumball machine that we've had for like 10 years now that was given to me.
No, we got it after we moved in this house. So that's
Okay,
eight.
8 years. Sorry, 8 years. So we've had this gumball machine for 8 years.
Gail
and
says, when do you plan on to open?
we're planning,
We're shooting.
we're shooting for, it's coming very quickly, the first week of November. I don't have an exact date to give you yet, but we're shooting for the first week of November. So stay tuned. Keep watching the page.
Stay tuned. Don't change
Stay
the channel.
tuned.
So, all right.
Just a little here, a little there. Okay.
Okay, we have Kelly Dameron, Patty Campbell, Anna Martinez Ramos, Tina Smith. Oh, come on.
Poor Tim. We might need to change our plans a little bit tonight and go and drop
Michelle
his computer
Hudspeth,
off.
Kathy Hilliard, Bettina Davine, Jan Goodyear, Cindy O,
Y'all can see
Kimberly
it.
Buck,
Can you see it? I don't know how well.
Cynthia Stone, and Sherry Wee.
I'm gonna lay these flat because I don't want to take a chance of them tipping over, and we're gonna let them dry. And when I'm done with these, I'm going to seal them. I'm gonna seal them with several coats of a clear sealer. I use this for everything, okay? I use this stuff for everything, and this is what I'm gonna use.
And that's
It's a
not even
matte
Frank's.
finish. It's Rust-Oleum 2 times Ultra Cover Matte Clear. I use this for everything, y'all. I'm not joking when I say that. I'm not joking. I actually sealed a coffee table with it.
Ooh,
And we still have that coffee table, and there's
Janine says
0
it's-
rings on that coffee table.
starting to get really pretty in Soddy Daisy.
Ooh,
Chattanooga.
I bet the colors are
The colors
probably,
are probably amazing. Ours are, we're almost done.
yeah, our colors are about wrapping up around here. They're all falling off the trees onto the
Yep.
ground. Let me put that right there.
So,
So, yeah, we, what was I gonna say?
ooh. Trevor's visit was too short.
It was a very quick visit. He said, I just needed to be somewhere familiar for a night. So he just wanted to be home. He was a little homesick. He was just needing a home cooked meal. He did say that too. He said, I needed a home cooked meal. So I cooked him his favorite, Sloppy Joe's. We had a nice visit. We were up way too late with him. It was kind of like sitting on the computer, getting some work done, visiting with him, multitasking a little bit. He had some schoolwork he had to do, so he went and spent some time in his room working on his schoolwork and doing what he needed to do because he had stuff that was due today. So, and then he got up this morning, we had breakfast together, and he headed back up to school. So,
Driving way too fast.
oh, he always does. That's what teenage kids do. I know. Can y'all see it? I hope you can see it. So what I'm going to do is I will seal this. Using this, I will do several coats. I'll probably, because this is gonna be right in front of the counter and I'm afraid it's gonna be bumped and dinged and stuff, I'm probably gonna seriously do like 4 or 5 coats. I'm gonna do like thin coats. Don't go too heavy. Don't like try and get a good thick coat at once. Just do a thin coat, let it set, come back, do another coat, let it set, and so on until you get the number of coats that you want. You guys, I've used this for, like, no joke, everything.
Yeah, she does.
I did my
It's
coffee
true.
table with it. The doors that are in the shop here, I sealed with this. I seal all my metal projects with it. All my crafts that I make that go outdoors, like little garden stakes, things like that, I always seal with this, and it works really well. I like it a lot. So it's a good thing to have in your crafting supplies. So
Yes.
Becca says I use it for everything too. It works so great. Yes, Brenda, glad Trevor came home when he needed to. Me too, me too. He kind of was asking, and I was kind of like, oh, it's a long way to come. It's only 2 hours, but still, it's 2 hours. He was gonna come home after class yesterday and go back last night. And I'm like, that's a long way to go. To come home for a couple hours and turn around and have to drive a couple hours to get back. So he decided he was gonna spend the night and be
Ramona,
able
it's
to.
Rust-Oleum.
Rust-Oleum. If you want to grab let me hold it a little bit closer for you. You can grab a screenshot. Boop. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Rust-Oleum. Grab a quick screenshot. I always use, that comes in a gloss. I always use the matte version because it doesn't add super, super shiny finish on it. If you want a shiny finish, just get the gloss version.
In time, Tina.
No, 2 hours is not that far at all. It's not. But to drive home, he wouldn't have gotten home till 4:30, and then to have to leave to be back at a reasonable time before he gets too tired. I just think it would have been too much after being at school all day and all the things. So I said, come home, spend the night, because he didn't have to be at class till 12:30 today. So in that umbrella, poor kid.
He forgot it
Poor
again?
kid. No, he didn't forget it. Listen, I followed him out the door with his leftovers. I gave him all the leftover Sloppy Joes to take with him. I gave him some buns so he'd have it. And he went to the store and got some snacks last night, and I sent those home with him. And then I also took the umbrella, because last time before he came home, he said he needed a new umbrella because his umbrella, like the wind caught it and it broke it. So he didn't have an umbrella. His roommate, super, super sweet. I said, well, when you come home this weekend, we'll get you a new umbrella. Well, it rained. His roommate went and bought him an umbrella.
Really?
And hooked him up with an umbrella because he didn't have an umbrella. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is like super awesome. Because I tried to be like, I can order one from Amazon and get it sent to you, but like the address is confusing for him, and he's so nervous to have anything sent there because he doesn't know how that all works. And I'm like, just go to housing and ask them what's my exact address, and they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
And
how do I get stuff shipped to me?
yes, so he's a little confused by how all that works still. But so he hasn't figured that out. So I'm like, well, that week I was like, well, you're gonna be home on Friday. We'll get you a new one. We got, in the meantime, his roommate went and bought him one, which was super, super sweet. Because he must have been not going without one. And it's a big campus. It's a decent sized campus anyways. And so he took his umbrella with him today. He sent me a photo about an hour, about a half hour, right before we went live. He sent me a photo and said, I'm gonna need a sturdier one. The brand new umbrella. It was like, boop, like the wind caught it, and it was like completely flipped upside down and destroyed and broken. And I'm like, yep, you're gonna need a stronger one. So we're gonna need to get him like a golf umbrella or something that's like a little more heavy duty.
Yeah.
Because apparently they
the
get some good wind up
$7
there.
one from Home Depot just ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah, it was the Home Depot one, which is fine, and we've used those for a long time through the years.
We've had a couple for a couple years.
And they hold up fine, but I guess he must get some pretty decent wind up there. And probably between the buildings and stuff, there's probably some like wind tunnel-y type of areas where the wind kind of just whips crazy. So we'll have to get him one. And a rain poncho would be good. He does have like a rain kind of jacket that what is it called? It repels the rain. And then we got him boots that he can wear that are warm and repel the water. So yeah, they're like a work style, but they're like rain, whatever. So.
Did he take his coat?
He didn't. Yeah, I think he has a coat. He has a coat. I know winter will be here real soon. I know he's ready for it. He's like, we made sure he had a scraper in his car because you just never know. He's 2 hours north of us, and the likelihood of him getting snow, and they tend to get, I feel like Saginaw tends to get hit hard in the winter. I feel like I'm always hearing that, like in that strip, that they're getting a lot more snow than we do.
They probably get a lot of lake effect because they're right there.
Right, like the 69 corridor, I-69 corridor, they always talk about the snow. So I'm like, you never know. You never know. You need a scraper, and we couldn't find an extra one. So Grandpa, my dad was here because he was going to go get the metal. Grandpa took one out of his car and said, "Here, Trevor," and he actually tossed it right in Trevor's trunk because he had his trunk open. He's like, "Here, Trevor," and gave him his personal scraper. So we got to make sure Grandpa gets a new scraper before the snow starts flying.
So he opens up the back of his truck to get the umbrella or the scraper for Trevor, but forgets the
hitch that he needed.
He needed for the trailer.
That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Yes, absolutely.
Ooh, frog togs.
So I'm not spraying this right now, guys, because we're inside, and this is not just a small piece where I could spray it real quick. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let these dry good, and then I'm gonna seal these outside when it's not raining.
We could give him your old set of frog togs.
Frog togs. I don't even know if we have those anymore.
Yes, we do.
We do?
We do.
Where are they?
Well, your set, because your set didn't have any holes
My
in
set
it.
will fit him because I was skinnier back then. My set probably wouldn't fit me anymore. So we probably give him to
Yeah, we had frog togs for when we had to bike.
Yes.
Because I
It
would
was so
ride.
bad.
I didn't care if it was raining or not.
He didn't care. I
didn't
went
care.
with him one time and it was rainy and it was so miserable. It was so miserable. I hated every second of it. I'm like, never again. If the weather's
And it
not
was-
gorgeous, I'm not going with you.
I was a little
was
stressed
miserable.
out that day because that was the first time I had ridden that bike in the rain
And we had to go
with a passenger on
the freeway. And that was like, yeah, that was a little
But
stressful.
after we got off the freeway to where we were going, that's like I was fine.
Frog togs are like a rain suit. It's a
Oh, they're
really
awesome.
ugly rain suit. It literally looks like, you know those hoses, those green hoses that are like stretchy and has that weird bumpy like material that stretches and shrinks back up? That's kind of what a frog tog looks like. That ugly like army green. It's kind of like a ripply
No, ours were like brown.
fabric.
Ours were black.
Did we have black?
We had
Oh,
black.
okay. Ours were black. You are right. You know, that's been that many years. But a lot of them are green and they're ugly. They're ugly. They're really ugly.
Yeah,
they're
it's
not
a
flattering.
waterproof.
You wear it over top of your clothes, so everything's like puffy and like you look like a big black or green marshmallow, depending on what color you have. And it's not cute. It's not
Yeah.
cute. It's not the vision you think of like, oh, I'm gonna go for a ride on the back of the bike. Yeah, no, it's not cute.
Yeah, no, I
You
didn't
can't,
care.
they're not breathable. You
No,
get
they
really
don't breathe.
hot and steamy in them.
But you stay warm and you stay dry.
Unless it's a warm day that it's raining and then you're just sweating.
So
Yeah. Love your stories. I know, I'm like silent. I'm like, they're so ugly. But they keep you dry. They keep you dry as long as you don't sweat too much on the inside and then you end up wet anyways. But at least you're warm. You're warm and wet instead of cold and wet. So you have that.
yeah, I couldn't do. I had a full face helmet for a while. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't handle something covering my face.
Yeah. Yeah, they get a lot of ice up there, Charmaine. They do. Sometimes I-75 up in that area, man, when the weather gets icky,
It's horrible.
it's bad. Tim and I have gone through there a couple times when it was like that, and it was bad. Even when they just get heavy rains, it just gets treacherous. It's crazy. It's a pretty treacherous stretch of road when the weather is not good.
Missy says hubby's frog togs are camo, double duty for hunting and whatever else.
There you go. There you go. There you go. They're great windbreakers.
Yes,
So
they are nice. I love them.
Yes.
So,
So, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna hop off here. We have to go work on our stuff for the master class. We are gonna go work on the barn quilt squares. For those of you that ordered barn quilt squares for the master class, Tim and I are working on getting all the edges sealed today, and we're gonna get them primed tomorrow, and then hopefully ship on Friday. If they don't ship Friday, they'll ship hopefully Monday. We'll start shipping them. So just watch. They'll be coming. They'll be coming. So, and I'll keep you guys updated in the group.
You're welcome,
we
Tammy.
get them all shipped and whatever.
Tammy says thank
So,
you for the birthday text.
You are welcome. You are welcome. We love to wish you guys happy birthday on your birthdays if you're in our texting group. So, all right, we're gonna hop off here. We love you guys, and we'll see you guys later. Have a great afternoon. Bye.
Bye.